beautiful country.
Yeah, of course, because I just went there last week.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Do you have any pictures or videos for the proof?
Oh, wait. This.
Where? Oh, you rode a camel. Wow.
Yeah, just the camel name was Mimi.
Mimi, I heard that camel is actually it was hard to get along with the camel. How did you get along with it?
Just I first said when there I said Yalla Mimi.
Oh, so beside then riding a camel, what else did you do? Oh, and please tell me more about the culture.
Funny you said that.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to the Souk, the beating heart of Morocco. Here the colors are loud, the smells are bold, and the prices are flexible. In Morocco, shopping is an art, al-fan, and our tourist Alex is about to find out just how much drama can come from one small purchase. Yalla, let the adventure begin.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Anta turi al-shol?
This one?
Ah, you have excellent taste, my friend. Souk, handmade, only afwa mi'atin dirham.
Ana Arfakida. I saw this one just like sit Mia Dirham.
Yalla, anta la tafham. That shawl, machine made. This one, handmade, and was woven during my grandmother's sang qasida. Okay, special price. Afwa mi'a dirham.
Ana Ohib Hatta. I'll give Hams Mia Dirhams. Final.
La. You want me to cry? You want me to tell my cook we cannot eat tonight? Okay. Sab'a mi'a wa khamsun dirham. Final offer. And I give you this keychain, specially handmade by my cousin.
Toy Anakbal. But it better come with blessing.
Alhamdulillah. I say the good we eat tonight.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Anti Tuhib bin Al-Masgoret.
This one.
This bracelet?
Yes.
This bracelet. Oh, do you know that it has magic and it only costs for salat dirham?
You are so charming. And I will give you about make our Hamsun Dirham.
Subhanallah, for you, I will give me atin dirham and also I will give you free zatar. Ana Karima.
Deal. And I want your Za'atar recipe.
You left me for that jewelry lady?
Ana Ohib Aldils.
Wallah, you are becoming one of us.
Anta taja al-mustaqbal. In Morocco, bargaining isn't rude. It's expected. It's a dance of words. Raqs al-Kalima, a play of passion, a story told with every la 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 and every sip of Shai bil Na'na. You don't just buy, you connect. You share a laugh, a story, a slice of culture. Takafa. So next time you're in the souk, say Assalamu alaikum, smile, wide, and start low. Because in Morocco, al-qalb yufawik qabla al-jib. The heart bargains before the wallet does.
No way. Did he actually say his cat wouldn't eat if you didn't buy his shawl?
Of course, yes. And that time I bought 2 shawls. So I'm still not sure the cat disease, but honestly, it's worth it.
Worth it? What do you mean by worth it? Is it because the design is pretty, or because the material is soft, or because it's cheap?
About the material, I like that material because it's so soft and the color is very interesting for me.
Oh, you said it's pretty and soft, but you didn't buy that for me. I want that.
I will buy it for.
Okay, okay. So moving on. What about the food there? You must be eating a lot of foods, right?
So one word heaven and another word is zata. I still don't know how that is, but I may have fall for the spice blend.
So you basically went shopping, ate everything, emotionally bonded with the camel, and came back with new scraps and possibly trust issues?
Pretty much. Also, I now respond to Habibi and think that it is incomplete without mint and 4 tablespoons of sugar.
Alex, you have changed.
Of course, spiritually, emotionally, and definitely.
Oh my god.
My wallet is sad now because of Morocco have so much interesting things that I want to buy.
Oh wow. Talking about shopping, I would love to. What about we plan for a trip next time? Shall we?
Can I make up my money tomorrow and I
Okay.
at there I got shawls, story, and very interesting is I just got the suspicious jewelry seller phone number and her name is Laila.
Wow, that's so interesting. Uh-huh.
Of course.
Meet Alex, not your average tourist. He's the kind of traveler who doesn't just check off famous landmark from a list or race through museum snapping photos. No, Alex takes his time, he moves slower and listen more. He arrives in Morocco with an open mind and a curious heart. He knows that every trip is more than a vacation. It's a chance to understand a new way of life. In Morocco, greetings aren't just words. They are a bridge between strangers and friends. Alex knows that the way you greet someone speaks volume about your respect and your attention. Assalamualaikum, peace be upon you, is the most
Waalaikumsalam.
common greeting. But it's so much more than a formality. It's a way of saying, I see you, I honor you. And when you say it with sincerity, the response is almost like magic. Waalaikum salam. And suddenly, you're part of the moment. Alex doesn't stop at just the words. He remembers that body language matters too. He keeps his hand visible, doesn't stare too intensely, and bow his head slightly when greeting elders. small gestures that carry deep meaning. Bargaining in Morocco isn't about winning or losing, it's about connection. Alex understands that the colorful stalls in the souks are part marketplace, part theater, and part tradition. When a vendor quotes a price, Alex doesn't just jump to say too expensive with a scowl. Instead, he plays along. He grins and says, "Are you trying to make me bankrupt on my first day?" And the vendor laughs, "Only a little. You look rich." They exchange jokes and smile, each one testing the other's limits, but also building rapport. Alex knows it's not just about the final prize. It's about the exchange, the stories shared, the teasing back and forth. He never forgets to stay polite and friendly even if the bargaining gets tricky. Because in Morocco, respect is the currency that matters most. When he finally agrees on a price, it feels like a victory for both sides. Alex walks away feeling good, and so does the vendor. And that's how a simple market visit becomes a raising memory. Alex's approach to travel goes beyond shopping or sightseeing. He's genuinely curious about how things are made and why. When he smells the spices in the market, cinnamon, saffron, cumin, he doesn't just buy a bag. He asks, "Where does this come from? How is it grown?" Vendors love this kind of attention. It shows he respects their knowledge and craft. In Morocco, Alex watched weavers work intricate patterns into rocks. He asked about the dyes, the looms, and the stories behind each design. He listened carefully as artisan explains techniques passed down through generation. This curiosity turns every purchase into a story, every object into a keepsake. It makes Alex more than a consumer. It makes him a participant in Morocco's cultural tapestry. And it's this genuine interest that locals appreciate most because it means their culture isn't just being taken, it's been valued. Some tourists come with a checklist of complete. Why doesn't anyone speak English here? Where's my air conditioning? Why isn't this place like home? But Alex, he's different. He knows Morocco is its own world, with its own pace and ways. So instead of acting like he's the king of the castle, he comes with humility. He learns simple words, shukran for thank you. It's not perfect pronunciation, but it's his way of saying I respect you and your culture. He knows the rhythm here is slower, friendlier. Waiting in line isn't nuisance. It's a chance to chat and watch life unfold. If a vendor accidentally charged him a few dirham accidentally, Alex smiled and said, "I'm happy to support your family." He even chooses to explore the souks of shopping malls, not just to find something unique, but because he knows the money supports real artisans. His humility opened doors and heart. Locals don't just see him as another tourist passing through. They see him as a guest who values their world, not trying to change it. Because in Morocco, respect isn't about luxury or big budget. It's about attitude. And Alex's attitude is exactly right. Alex wanders into a quiet corner of the souk, far from the loud crowd and touristy shops. There he met a man with soft eyes and rows of vibrant shawls. Alex ran his finger across the fabric and asked, "Who made this?" The man beams proudly. "My grandmother did. She taught me everything." "That one, it's a favorite pattern." Alex smiled, holding it with care. "It's not just a shawl, it's a piece of someone's legacy." Later, in a different alley, Alex finds a small jewelry stall. It's run by a young woman, polishing silver in the afternoon sun. She says, "My cousin and I make this by hand. This design passed down through the family." Alex admires the detail. Each curve and beat tell a story. He doesn't rush the moment. He doesn't treat it like a transaction. Because what he sees isn't just something to wear. It's something to remember. And when Morocco see a tourist who honors the hand behind the craft, they don't just welcome him, they respect him. In Morocco, reputation travels faster than the wind in the desert. One shopkeeper tells another, that tourist Alex, he's different, he's respectful. And before long, even if he's never stepped into their shop, not because he spent the most, not because he asked for attention, but because he treated people with kindness and patience. He greeted elders with a hand on his heart. He joked with kids. He learned a few Arabic phrases and used them with sincerity. He didn't just walk the street, he walked with care. And in doing so, something subtle happened. Alex stopped being just a tourist. He became a guest. The kind you welcome, the kind you remember. He didn't just take photos, he made friends. He didn't demand service, he earned trust. And that's why, long after he leaves, Morocco remembers Alex. One of the most important lessons Alex learns, you don't have to buy to be kind. Sometimes he stops by a stall just to admire the craftsmanship, but he's not ready to buy. Instead of ignoring the vendor or rushing away, he thanks them warmly and say, "MashaAllah, your work is beautiful," he says. "I'll come back soon." The vendors smile, appreciating the respect and honesty. Because in Morocco, kindness isn't transactional. This kindness creates ripples effect. Locals talk about the polite tourist who doesn't just take, he gives respect freely without expecting anything in return. And that sometimes means more than the most expensive souvenir. So this is a little bit of tip for tourists that I learned from Alex. First, learn basic Arabic phrases. Saying things like Salam alaikum, Shukran can go a long way. Even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, the effort is respected and appreciated. Smile and use humor when bargaining. Bargaining in Morocco is not a battle, it's a friendly game. Make it playful. A smile or a joke helps make the interaction enjoyable for both you and the seller. Show interest in the story behind the product. Ask questions like, who made this? Or what does this symbol mean? To show you value the tradition and effort behind the work. Kindness doesn't have to involve spending. It's okay to browse without buying. Just be respectful. Compliments like, MashaAllah, this is beautiful, leave a good impression. Choose souks over malls when possible. Supporting small family-run businesses means your money goes directly to artisans and local communities, not factory chains. Don't act superior. Be humble. Instead of complaining about differences, embrace them. Morocco isn't supposed to be like your home. That's the whole point of travel.
CCM final assessment.
It's a wrap!
Asil.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alhamdulillah. Asil.
A story told with every la 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 and every sip of shy bil na'na.
Oh, so that was Morocco. What a beautiful country.
Of course. Of course. I went there last week, you know?
You went there?
Anna.
Yalla. Yalla.
I will give you about meow, meow.
Huh? Huh?
I will give you free za'atar. Za'atar.
Deal. I want your Zectars.
Kita semua syarat.
Okay, boleh?
CCM final assessment.
It's a wrap! Oh,